All right, so yeah, we're here. We made it. So let's get comfortable. Maybe you're on your back, or maybe seated, or if you want to find, maybe you want to lie on your stomach, whatever that might be. Let out a sigh. We go back and forth, and then maybe close the eyes. Or maybe you want to open them and just focus on something down on the ground. If you feel like you need to ground, or if you feel as though you kind of want to bring some energy into your space, maybe glance up to where the ceiling meets the wall and just focus. Or you can close your eyes. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the belly expand on the in-breath. And on the exhale, follow the breath all the way out. Be seeing the breath land in front of you. Breathe in again. Follow the breath in and notice where it goes. Maybe the fingertips, the kneecaps. Maybe it stays in the heart and swirls around like a little snowflake before it lands. And then exhale. Continuing with the breath. Maybe you have an intention for your practice tonight. Maybe it's a word, or maybe, an adjective that you want to bring into your life. Maybe it's more of a goal. You want to be able to do something or let go of something, a habit or a thought pattern. Bring that intention into your space. And now visualize your life with that intention alive and well. What does it feel like to have that intention alive? What does it feel like emotionally or mentally, physically, energetically in your space, in your body? And just let that intention kind of dance like sugar plums in a little dream. Just let it be, let it sit, let it settle and simmer. Does it feel like in your system to have this intention come to fruition? And now let's name that. Maybe it's an experience or a sensation, but label it. Give it a name. If it had a title, what would it be? And maybe say it inside your head or out loud. Just say the name, the title, whatever you labeled it. And feel those sensations, the thoughts. Feel the body as you name it. Really feeling that intention alive in our space. And as we move tonight and breathe tonight together, just know that we are cultivating that intention. And it's already coming about. We're just tending to it and nourishing to it. And now let's inhale and bring our arms out like a T. Feeling the expansion, maybe across the chest, across the body. And then with the elbows, the arms out, bend the elbows and kind of bring the hands above the head as if it were like a triangle, like a little Christmas tree. And then we'll inhale, open up the arms like a menorah. Exhale, make that little Christmas tree, maybe hands come together, a little triangle shape. Exhale, open up the arms and pause with those arms open. Exhale, let's draw the elbows and those palms together and just lift up the elbows just a little bit, activating the tops of the shoulders. Exhale, bring the arms out like that menorah again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Exhale, the arms come out like a T. Inhale. And then exhale, drop that left hand to the ground. Keep that right sits bones grounded and reach the right arm overhead, cross the body. And then exhale, bring that right hand to the ground. The left hand comes up and over. Keep the left sits bones grounded, glued to the earth. And now exhale, bring the left arm out. The right arm comes up, so our arms are out like a T again. And then exhale, bring the palms together in front of the body. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. So breathe in. Saying the title or the name of that experience that our Sankalpa will create. Feel it in your being, in your space. Then let's exhale, bring the hands in front of us, coming into tabletop. Knees underneath the hips. And bring your tops of the feet to the floor. If you want, you can curl the toes under. Then place that left hand under the heart. Inhale, reach the arm out to the side. So the right arm is straight out. And then exhale, bend that elbow. So you've got your kind of menorah arm on the right side. And just feel that arm bent. Exhale, bring the elbow towards that left elbow and open back up. So you're pressing into the floor with the hands, the knees, and that right elbow comes out. And now bring it in. Exhale. Inhale, bring that right arm out. Exhale, bring the right elbow in. Inhale, draw it out to the side. Let's pause there. Extend the arm out. And now bring that right arm underneath the heart behind that left arm and thread the needle. You bring the left hand forward, drop the right shoulder down, breathe in and out. Just a couple times, sinking into the space. Sinking the heart down, opening across the upper back. Inhale. Now exhale, lift the heart, bring that right hand under heart center. The left arm lifts now and comes out to the side. The right arm ground, the right hand grounds, the knees ground. Now bend that left arm at the elbow. Yep, you got it. And now bend that elbow to the right elbow. Exhale. Inhale, open up. Maybe lifting that left elbow kind of past the shoulder so that shoulder blade pinches just a little. And then bring the elbows to meet. Open up that left arm out, kind of pinching that scapula, and then bring the elbow in. Last time to bring the elbow out. And then exhale, slide that left arm behind the right wrist, come down onto that left outer shoulder, the right arm comes forward. We're stretching out both arms in opposite directions. We'll breathe a couple breaths. Exhale, just to open up the back, creating space in the heart on the back of the body. And then we'll exhale, bring that left hand underneath the left shoulder, bring the right hand under the right shoulder, curl the toes under, press the earth away with the hands, then lift the knees. Let's let the knees hover. Couple breaths, knees hovering. If we weren't awake earlier, we're starting to wake up now. Let's breathe in. Maybe you exhale and you tap the knees together and then just bring the knees hip distance apart. You can exhale, tap the knees together, and then we'll bring them hip distance. Now one more time. Exhale, tap the knees together, then draw the knees apart, lower down the knees, lower down the tops of the feet. Bring the arms up and lift up out of the hips. So yes, shoulders stack over the hips. And exhale, bring the right arm down to the side body, left arm reaches up and over. And then sweep it through, left hand towards that left knee. Shift those hips forward, making sure you're pressing through the hips with the glutes. The right arm comes over. And now exhale, the right arm comes back down to the side. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Bring that right leg out to the side. Send the hips forward. Rotate the foot so the heel is down, the toes are to the sky. Yep. And then we'll inhale, bring the arms up above the head. Yes, exhale, find the menorah. Breathe in. Exhale, elbows come together, palms meet. Now open up the arms and rotate the foot down. Okay, and we're going to close the arms, rotate the foot up. Open the arms, rotate the foot down. Do that a couple more times. Toes up, arms together. Arms apart, foot down. Last time, arms come together, foot to the sky. Pause here, breathe in. With the foot to the sky, let the arms go. Sweep them down and then out. Yes. And then exhale, bring the left arm to the ground. If you have a block handy, you can find a block. Let's come into a side angle. So bring the foot to the floor, or a side plank, sorry. And you can reach up to the sky, sending the hips forward. Or you can bring the hand to the ground, maybe come into full side plank. Any variation, there's endless ways to express a side plank. So get creative and see how it feels in your space. See how it aligns with your intention. And maybe it creates the same sensation in the body. Now let's bring that left knee down if you had it lifted. And let's rise back up. Arms out, the right foot's down. Nice, hands come to the hips. Bring the right foot in. And now from there, send the right foot forward. And then we'll come into our half splits and we'll fold over that front leg. And humbly bow. Find that heart melting into the top of the leg. And now exhale, lift the heart, lift the chest just enough to bend that front right leg. Bring the foot down, curl the toes of the left leg under, lift the knee, and let's rise up to a crescent lunge. Exhale. Now breathe in. Breathe out, lower those shoulders. Maybe the hip, that left hip drops forward, the right hip might go back. And sink into the bend of the right leg as we lower maybe that right heel towards the ground, pressing through that left heel. Breathe in. And now let's exhale, fold and frame the foot. Step the right foot back. So here's our plank pose, guys. Keep those hips lifted high and we'll breathe in and out. Just pausing in our plank. Draw the belly button in. Notice that strong side body that we've been lengthening. And now let's lower down our knees, tops of the feet, our chest and our chin. Pause there, the sit bones are up. And then we'll inhale, drop the belly, the low ribs touch. Let's hover our hands. And now let's bring our arms out, those elbows out like a menorah. And now pinch those shoulder blades together. Pinch, pinch, pinch. And now exhale, lower down the hands. Press up and back, find child's pose. For 5 breaths, sits bones meet the heels. Exhale and inhale in your child's pose. Balasana. Breathing in and out, finding some rest here. Letting the breath settle in the body. Letting the body settle into the body. Exhale. Breathe in. And now let's roll up, finding our tabletop. So our shoulders are right over the wrists. Maybe curl the toes under, press into the floor. Let's float those knees again. Now we can either stay with the knees hovering, or maybe you want to exhale and bring the knees to tap, and then just bring the knees apart. Exhale, the knees tap, that low belly is really active and strong. Bring the knees apart. Exhale, the knees come together, and then they come apart. And then we'll lower down the knees, come to the tops of the feet, kind of sit back and rise up. Inhale. Fingertips to sky, breathe in. And then exhale, send that left foot out. Yes. And then let's bring our arms out like a Y this time. We're really accessing the side body tonight and really strengthening along the rib cage. But this time we're going to have our arms like a Y. So we'll turn the toes to the sky, and as we do, we bring our elbows to our wrists this time. And act as if you're moving through like peanut butter. Like it's find some resistance as you press those elbows down. Inhale, extend like a Y to the sky, and the foot comes down. Exhale, elbows to wrist, elbows to hips, toes to the sky. And then the foot comes down and the arms go out like a Y. Exhale, resist those elbows towards the hips, the toes open to the sky. And let's pause here. Breathe in. Exhale, let the breath go. Maybe notice strong side body, strong front of the body. Breathe in. Exhale. Now inhale, arms come out like a Y. The foot comes down. Inhale. And then we'll drop over to that side plank option on the right. So maybe the hand comes to a block or to the floor. That right leg, either stay with that knee to the ground or you can extend the leg long. Any variation with that top arm, it might come behind the back, it might come to the hip, or it might reach up, over. A couple breaths, breathing in and out. Inhale. And now exhale, bring that right knee down if it's not there already. Inhale to bring the arms out like a T again. Yes, very good. Inhale. Exhale, let the breath go. Bring the hands to the hips. And then we'll pivot towards the front of the mat. The left foot comes to the sky. The right knee comes down. We're setting up for that half Hanumanasana. So we'll exhale and fold and bow over that long left leg. Hands come to the earth or maybe the thigh. Bending the knee as much or as little as you need to. And just melt into the shape. Breathe in. Exhale, let the breath go. One more breath in. Now exhale, lift the heart just enough to bend that left leg, coming into low lunge, but we're gonna find that support in the hands to curl the toes under and safely rise up to that crescent lunge. Really reaching through that right heel to create that activity in the front quad. Exhale, bend into that front leg. And notice as you bend, the hip drops. And if you push through that heel, you might open up that hip flexor. From here, open up the arms and then exhale to bring them down towards the hips, elbows to hips. Let's pause here for a breath. And then another one. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Now inhale, open up the arms like a Y, just like we did earlier, but then bow forward. Let's lift up into our Virabhadrasana 3. Arms out like a Y, that right leg back, finding some balance on that left foot. The right toes can lift a lot or a little. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that right knee into that left knee, and then bring the right foot to the earth. Keep yourself halfway hinged at the waist. So we're in a half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe in. Bend the knees, stand that right foot strong in the ground. Now send that left arm back. From here, find those menorah arms. And maybe pinch the shoulder blades together in our Virabhadrasana 3. And then exhale, bring the palms and the elbows to meet. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring that left knee to meet the right knee. Plant that left foot. Sit back in our chair, lift the arms to the sky. Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Breathe in. Exhale, hands come to the heart or maybe out like a T. Make sure those knees are side by side. Lengthen from the sits bones to the shoulders, and now create space from the top of the shoulders to the crown of the head. On an exhale, lengthen through the spine. Inhale to lengthen a little more. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep those knees side by side. You can open up the arms a lot, or you can keep them in prayer. We're twisting. We're twisting. And now in your twist, ground that right foot. Step the left foot back for our twisted crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale. Now let's open up our arms if they were in prayer. And now here, hinge at the waist. Bring that left hand on the inside of that right foot. Maybe find the revolved side angle. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale, sweep that right hand to meet the floor. Step the right foot back. Let's find our plank pose. Here we go. Plank pose. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Now exhale, bring those knees mat distance apart. Let's sit back in our child's pose, or maybe we rock forward, drop the elbows down, and we come into somewhat of a frog. So we can bring our knees maybe a little wider than our mat. They don't have to come out wide. We're just kind of opening the hips. We can bring our toes together for a really wide-legged child's pose on our forearms. Let's breathe in and out. And now exhale, kind of come up onto the hands. You can send the sits bones back, the buns back, and bring the knees in. Walk the hands forward. Now step the left foot between the hands. And now step the right foot forward. Bend the knees. Arms come out like a T as we rise up. Exhale, heart. Center with the hand. Breathe in. Exhale, when you're ready, find your chair. And then after you find your chair, find that length in the spine by maybe reaching those sits bones down and the shoulders up. Then create that space between the shoulders and the ears and the crown of the head. Lengthen the spine and inhale, and then when you're ready, on an exhale, twist to the left. Open up our arms like a T, breathing in and out. Make sure those knees are side by side. Just make sure those hips feel okay in that twist. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, ground into that left foot. Bring that right foot off the ground, and then let's step it back. Finding a crescent lunge, and then lift the heart. Breathe in and out. Yeah, and then when you're ready, bring that right hand on the inside of that left foot. You can always bring it to a block too for our revolved side angle pose. Breathe in and breathe out. And now exhale, bring that hand to frame the foot. And now let's step that right foot forward to meet the left. Bend the knees and inhale, sweep the hands out, up, and then down. Pausing here. Let's inhale, lift our hands to the sky. Send the hips over to the right and the hands over to the left. A little side bend. And then exhale, hips go to the left, hands to the right. And let's meet in the middle. Hands reach to the sky. Breathe in. Now hands come to the heart. Ground through the feet. Maybe find that block. Let's bring it to the corner of the mat, the right corner of the mat. We'll inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, sit back in our chair, breathe in. Exhale, bring hands to the heart. Breathe in, lengthen, create that spine that's long so we can twist to the right. Ground the right foot. Now step the left foot back. Here we are in a twisted lunge. Breathe in and out. Inhale, open up the arms, and then exhale to hinge at the waist. Really nice job. Breathe in and out. Bring that block onto the inside of that right foot. Now let's lift up into our revolved half moon. So move that block wherever feels right. Shift the weight into the right foot. Lift that left foot to sky. And now the right arm to sky. Breathe in and out. Another breath in. Now exhale, bring that right hand down. So both hands are kind of parallel with the floor. Bring that block over to the right side. The right hand finds the block. Now open up to the left for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Breathe in. Lift up out of that hip socket, the foot grounds. And now exhale, bring the hand towards the floor. The left hand comes down. The hips are now parallel with the floor. Exhale, bend that right knee, step the left foot back. Move the block kind of towards the center. Let's inhale to rise up, crescent lunge. Yes. Now exhale, step the right foot forward or left foot forward. Feet meet, lower the arms. Let's start with our hands at heart center and then sit down into our chair. Ground the left foot, lengthen that spine. Step that right foot back. Exhale when you get there. Breathe in. We'll exhale. Now we twist to the left. Open up the arms. And now bring that right hand down to a block or the inside of that foot. Left hand to sky, right hand on the block. And then when you're ready, lift up into that revolved half moon. Parita Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale. Exhale. Now your next exhale, bring that left hand down. Find that block, move that block to the left side of the mat, and then open up on the other side. Ardha Chandrasana. Breathe in. And now exhale, that right hand comes down. The right hip is now parallel with the floor. Let's step that right foot back. Lower both hands down. Step the left foot back, plank pose. And now bring those knees wide, 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 wide. Maybe find your bolster. And then collapse the front of your body down onto your bolster. And let's rest in child's pose. Maybe you bring a blanket between your heels and those buttermilk biscuits. Maybe you don't need a blanket, but you can bring it in tonight to see what it feels like after the movement. And just let yourself melt with the heart rate. Maybe beat quickly if it's beating fast now, and just slowly begin to slow. Slowing down. Making any necessary movements to bring a little bit of relaxation into your space. Maybe breathing in for 5. And then sighing out for 5. And breathing in for 4. And out for 4. Breathe in. And let the breath go. Close the eyes. Allow yourself to relax as we transition into our restorative, letting this child's pose be the bridge. Our practice in itself is our bridge from our day to our evening. And now our child's pose is a bridge from our restorative or for our movement to our restorative. Our restorative practice is our time for our body to really unwind. We can bring balance into our system. Let's be here 3 more breaths. After that final exhale, just offering a moment to find that intention, that title, that label that you gave to it. Maybe say it to yourself or out loud. Recognize the emotions, sensations, thoughts that are tied to that. Bring it into your space and let it be so. And we'll inhale to gently press up off the bolster. And we mentioned earlier our frog pose. So we're going to find just a gentle restorative frog. So come onto your stomach. You can keep your bolster handy, but it might be a little too high. So maybe find a blanket, or if you have some blocks, you can place your blocks next to you. And I like to bring a blanket on top of the blocks just because the blocks are hard. So maybe bring blocks to the side with a blanket on top. And now lay on your stomach. If it feels okay, bring your knee and that leg on top of the block and the blanket stack. And then just rest on your stomach on the front of the body. Sometimes people like to rest a bolster under their head. And if that with the blocks is too high, then just bring your blanket to the ground. And another option is to just be on the stomach with the legs on the blanket. And if that doesn't feel good on the chest, kind of roll over to the side, lay on your arm, and open up that hip to the side. Just a gentle kind of stretch for the hip. We want it to be nice and comfortable. So just allow yourself to find that comfort in whatever shape feels right for you. And we'll just open up the hips just a little bit tonight. We're going to be here for about 7 minutes. So make sure that you find a spot that really allows you to relax. Know that you can move at any time. If you decide it feels better to roll onto your side, then let yourself be covered in the energy of that intention that we said at the beginning of class. Remembering that our restorative yoga should be relaxing. This isn't the time like a yin class where we feel a little stretch. We just want to feel a nice space to really sink in and calm. Even if we think we want to feel a stretch, let's just give our bodies a nice kind of little cloud to rest on. Maybe you notice how you find yourself wanting to adjust the longer that you relax because the body is relaxing, the muscles might be lengthening. You might want to spread out just a little more. And let's breathe in for 3 and out 3. Breathe in for 2. And exhale for 2. In for 1. And out for 1. And a final breath at 0. And exhale to maybe lift the head off the ground, bring the elbows down, and we'll bring that right leg along. And you can either kind of move where your legs and or where your head and your feet are on the mat. Maybe you want to come up and just move the cushion to the other side. And then we'll find our little frog on the other side. And we just move the direction of my head and my feet. So you can see that you can just come onto your side if you want and bring that knee to the bolster and lie on your side. If that feels better. Or you can get that knee on the bolster and roll over into your stomach. Breathe in and out. Let your eyes be heavy. And as thoughts come in, just acknowledge them and perhaps come back to your breath. Acknowledging thoughts as they come in and then directing our awareness back to the breath. Maybe the breath lets out in a sigh as you drop heavier into your space and deeper into your relaxation. Giving yourself permission to stop trying and to just let go. To just be effortless. letting the bolster support us, the earth ground us and support us as we rest, as we nourish ourselves and we renew. If thoughts come in, just acknowledge them and gently come back to the breath. Come back to the sensation of the earth below or the bolster beneath and beside you. Now move through 3 cleansing breaths to close this frog. And at the bottom of that breath, on your own time, whenever you're ready, find yourself in your shavasana, your final resting pose, in whatever way that looks like for you. It's nice when we have our props nearby because maybe we need a bolster underneath our knees or a blanket roll under our necks. Our shavasana is that time, as we know, where we absorb the benefits of our practice. You get to your resting pose. Just scan the body from toes to head to fingertips. You're noticing any areas where you might have a little stickiness or where it might feel a little heavy. You can send a breath there. Now relax the right foot, the right knee, and the right leg. Relax the right hip, that right side body that we stretched and strengthened. Relax the right hand, the right fingers and thumb, the right shoulder, the entire right arm. Relax both shoulder blades into the floor, and then relax the neck and the back of the head. Let the eyes soften the cheeks. Relax the left arm, the left fingers and thumb. Relax the left side body, the left hip. Relax the entire left leg, the left foot, and all the toes. Now relax the entire body. The sum of all of our parts, letting the entire body relax as one. Relax. Now giving yourself a moment to check in. If you want to stay in Shavasana, just remain on your back, resting. If you want to bring some pranayama in a silent sit into your practice tonight, go ahead and do so now. We have 5 minutes left of class. You can rest, you can sit, you can practice some pranayama. There's no rush. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. We'll exhale and inhale and exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Oh, thank you.